We're going to have a seminar by Ari Kupsus, but he's going to tell you a little bit more about his work later. This workshop is going to be a bit more engaging, maybe a bit more than the others, a bit in different way. But I would love to give my word to Ari, who can introduce himself and who can start, of course, with sharing his knowledge with us. So Ari, feel free to start.
Okay, so I'm originally from Finland, and I just a brief introduction who I am. So I came to Hungary only for 3 days and fell in love with the beauty of the city and stayed here for 2 weeks. And then it was 1999, so now I've been here more than 25 years, and I still love it. Hungary is exactly Budapest is a fantastic cultural city. And the high culture here in Budapest actually kept me here also. 2009, I opened my own contemporary art gallery here, Kupsus Gallery, and until last 2 years, until 2023, it was working for 14 years as a contemporary art gallery here in Budapest. But now we had to make some changes a couple of years ago, and now it's as you see in the background also here, there are mainly not mainly, let's say half of the collection is now from the antique paintings before 1860 from the Baroque period, and also the furnitures, antique furnitures from the same period here. But that's another story that I will tell you in the next seminar on the 12th. So it will be next week or Saturday. No, yeah, next week. Yes. So I would like to make this seminar a little bit more interactive. So if you have any questions or any comments, please do not hesitate to interrupt me, and it's better to communicate and make the things clear at once. But my topic is how to make or how to find the galleries or cultural institutions to promote your works of art or yourself as well as an artist. So I would suggest, and what I do with my artists here in Hungary, I'm also working with foreign artists, but mainly my gallery is concentrating on helping the emerging artists, young Hungarian and young, also international artists, to start their career. So I'm always teaching or telling, guiding, actually not teaching, but guiding the young artist, because very often when they graduate, they have a quite narrow view of the art world. And we have to remind them very often that when an artist graduates, it doesn't mean that he or she will start selling his art pieces at once and with the same prices as in Western Europe. I can say Western Europe because we are now all in the former Eastern European area, where the art market is a bit different, a bit more slow than in the Western world. I always said that as I come from Finland, in Finland, we have contemporary art sceneries are in the biggest cities, Helsinki, Turku, Tampere. They are the same size over there than in the whole Hungary, actually. Now it used to be like that. Now it's a bit different. The contemporary art and especially photography is gaining so much space here as well. But we are working for that the contemporary art is also coming more popular. But when I guide my artists, I always suggest them to check the area, the city first to start with, or even the country if they want to go abroad, to check the galleries, the cultural institutions, and other possibilities to exhibit those places that they found interesting for themselves. For example, if there is a gallery that only shows visual arts, or I mean, let's say golden period arts, you know, it's no use for contemporary abstract artists to contact that place. They most probably will not be interested in. But look the galleries and institutions which are close to you, which are having the similar kind of style than that you are making, because at the beginning it's easier to connect those places. In the later, after several years, when you already have the name and you have experience, it's a different thing. It's easier to connect to other galleries as well. But at the beginning, choose few galleries, and also you have to remember that you do not have to exhibit in every gallery that accepts you. That's not good either. But try to find the place that you like and they like you, and you match in their theme, in their profile as well. And but how to do this? Of course, all the galleries are on the social media, so it's easy now today to find, to search the places. You can also visit the exhibition openings. You can visit the exhibitions and see how it looks, how people are nice. I always wanted to work with the young artists with whom I can also communicate. Not every personality is the one that you can easily communicate. But I noticed that if I can't communicate with somebody, that makes also a bit more difficult to work with him or her. So, and there are some artists like in every field, we are different, we people, not always matching to each others. But at the beginning, to find at least one, two places that you can create a connection with. It's not always that you will have the exhibition organized at once, but be happy if they take even one or two paintings of you or artworks for their group exhibition, or even to the gallery to show to the customers. This is already a good start, and you have your feet between the door. And also, you should maybe prepare your portfolio, make it interesting, make it looking like you. Don't use the standard forms which you can download from any social media platform. You can, of course, you can download the base, because there are also information what the portfolio has to say, what you have to put over there, but make it look you can, as you're an artist, you most probably you have the visual capability to make it something else than just blank white paper written lines. That's boring, and that's also, I have to say from the experience, it's boring to read. Make it nice looking, attractive, different from the others. And but also remember not to make a novel. No one will read 3 pages of full text. Choose the facts. You can make 2 portfolios. Make one where you have the most important items and exhibitions, your artistic history mentioned. And the next one can be on the side. You can make another portfolio where is everything you have done in the art world, all the master classes, everything, all the little exhibitions, everything, because you may need also that on the side, and you can provide that later if they are interested in and wants to have more information about you. And also, when you make the portfolio, please remember you don't have to put all of your artworks which are available over there. The galleries and the art institutions are not very interested in see the whole collection that you have in the stock. Already from 10, 8, 10, 15 works, we can see what is your style. And of course, put the most interesting pieces that you think that are interesting and which shows your personality, your artwork the best. So if the galleries or art institutions wants to see more, they will ask you to send more. But files are also quite big, so it might be also blocking, the email boxes, which has happened to me as well several times. And I would also suggest now, because we are in the social media, using social media a lot, you can, when you find and select a gallery or art institution, you can make a nice cover letter. Again, not a novel, just shortly introduce yourself and why you would be interested in this institution. And attach the shorter version of your portfolio. It's not always that the galleries or institutions will reply at once. Very rarely they do that. It may take weeks, and because we are having not anymore weekly, but very often we are having these emails. I personally try to answer everybody, at least something. But there are galleries and institutions that not always do that, which is quite unfortunate. But also it's taking quite a lot of time. I have to protect ourselves a little bit. But when you send an email, after 2-3 weeks, please call the person or the gallery and say that, hey, I'm this and this. I sent you my portfolio and an email a couple of weeks ago, then and then, and I would be very much interested in talking further about possible cooperation, or would be interested in visiting. Would it be possible? The personal touch is the best. So to call, to hear the voice, it's already psychologically like somebody knows you better than from the email. So call them, and it's more easier also, or more difficult for us to say no if you call. So usually then they receive you, and you can show yourself your portfolio, which is always more exciting for us as well, the gallerists. And okay, if they don't answer phone, or if they don't want to meet you, you can still visit the gallery in some exhibitions or exhibition openings, and you can see who is the person that you could talk to, and just grab somebody and be open and say that, hey, hi, I'm also an artist, and you have a nice gallery here, and I sent my portfolio. Would you like to see it, that I have it with me? It's personally, I'm always very interested in seeing new artists, new works, even though it's not possible to work with everybody, but at least to know about it. Because I may also have a client who has a different style than I do or my gallery does, but and ask me to find something. So it's a good that I have a database also of the artists that I'm not working closely with. And especially working closely to the foreign artist, it's a bit more difficult. Of course, it's costly as well because of the transportations and of the art pieces and so on. But I think that the personal stepping in person is the most effective way to sell your art. But when you choose the gallery, also remember something. I can tell you an example from Monte Carlo when I was there in the International Artist Camp with my, not in the International Art Fair, taking part with my gallery. And I asked the artist with whom I went over there to dress up well. Because in Monte Carlo, all the artists were wearing like fashion labels. It was like for the Hungarian artists with whom I was there, it was like a catwalk. And it was totally different from Hungary. But and the opening also required a tuxedo. So it was totally different. Then, also an artist can't attend these kind of events without proper dressing. So also my artist, I advised them, okay, they didn't wear a smoking tuxedo, but they were wearing a black suit, which I dressed up like a tuxedo. But there they noticed that this is really important because you have to be in the community. If you want to be in some of the community, you have to look like being the member of the community. But of course, the artists, they always get some reliefs. They don't have to be so strict. As I'm a gallerist, when I go to the reception here in Budapest, if I'm not exactly properly dressed up, I get, excused because I'm a gallerist. And here the gallerist is like artist, at least the artist of the world. And so when you present yourself to the gallery, also remember that this is the first 3 seconds make the how do you say it? Makes the, no, what is the word in English? Blackout. Makes the first impression. So also be nice, be polite, and then be nicely dressed. You don't have to wear tuxedo or something, but be nicely dressed up, so that you are serious. You show yourself as a serious artist. And also, what I would like to mention in the portfolio as well, and presenting yourself, be at the beginning non-political and be at the beginning non-religious, because you never know what is the background of the gallery or art institution. And so the political views and the religious views, they should be left behind, at least at the beginning. In the future, they can come up, and there might be even a exhibition, a political theme or religious theme, and that's totally different thing. But at the beginning, it's better to be neutral than in the belonging in some, especially political parties or political views mentioned. So, yeah. In this point, do you have any questions? Is there anything that you didn't like or you opposite or support or something?
Hey, I'm just wondering about one thing actually. Um, it kind of sounds a little bit like there's a conflict in like being your unique self, because your art is going to be always unique, and you as an artist are also, or as a person, are also unique, and you're selling that, but at the same time you're saying, but don't be too different, like don't stand out, make sure you look like everyone else around you, and then don't say anything too I don't know, too controversial and stuff like that. So like I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying about, be nice, be polite, all of that, but I take that like as a normal thing, being a human being and want to get along with people. But at the same time, I feel like I don't wanna, if I have to dim my light, then maybe this opportunity is not for me, right? Do you know what I mean? Like
I
if I have to
understand. Yeah.
pretend to be somebody else, this is probably not for me.
No, I didn't say that be somebody else because artist has to be individual, and I don't say that you have to wear a tuxedo. Or I don't. You can. Everybody has their own style. I also have my own style, and I keep my own style. And then I maybe I was not clear enough. I want every artist to be themselves, because that's the most interesting thing. No. Now, I think you maybe misunderstood me. I don't want to take you from your how do you say, from your life, from your personality. You have to keep your personality, and because that what makes you different. That's what makes you you, and that's what makes you your art as well. And your art most probably reflects your inner feelings. And if you have a special way of dress up, use it, but use it so that it's not at the beginning. I'm talking about the first meeting with the galleries, because then you have to be a little bit more humble, because we don't know who these people are over there. And then, as I mentioned before, that when you are in the gallery or in the institution, you already know the people. Then you can explode, and let's see what they say. They may say, oh, wow, this is great that you opened up. But if you explode at the beginning, it might be very scary for the people. So that's why I said that be humble. Don't but this is what I'm sure the political and the religious thing, they should be left at the beginning, very beginning, in the background. But the other opinions, what you have, uh, use them mildly at the beginning, but don't forget them. Don't waste them. Don't throw them to the waste bin or something, because it's you. And then this is what we like. We like different kind of artists. The artists that are, there are millions of artists, and there are millions of artists who are doing same kind of work. There are millions of artists who are copying somebody else's works. There are millions of artists who have their own art and they keep it and they are proud to show it. And this is what we are looking for. We are looking special artists. We are looking something new to show to the audience all the time. So don't no. Maybe now I'm panicking. Maybe I didn't.
No, don't worry. I think I get what you're saying. It's just for me as an introvert, and I think many artists are introverts. I'm never gonna be too loud and like too in anybody's face. I'm always like reserved at the beginning. So I guess what you're saying is just that comes naturally to me. So yeah.
Listen, as you said, most of the artists are introverts, but this is why we gallerists are here, because I have artists who could never talk about the money. who could never had a speech. When there is an exhibition opening, I have an artist who didn't want to show up to his own exhibition opening. He was half an hour late for the first time, and I couldn't understand. No one could understand, where is the artist? But he was so afraid. And then finally, when he came, he said that he came late because he thought that the opening is over already. And of course, we had to respect that as well. And next exhibition, I already knew that this is going to happen. But at the beginning, I didn't know, and no one knew. So we thought that something had happened. And but there was other artist that was sweating a lot always at the exhibition opening. Wonderful artist. We sold second best her paintings, but she couldn't talk. She was just standing over there at the exhibition opening, a little bit behind, but yeah, this is her personality, and we can't push it. And I don't want to push people to do it and change their personalities, because it was actually very sweet for the audience. We had a huge crowd here that time, and that it was very sweet. And after that, people went individually to talk to Nadia, and that was okay, because people were not watching at her. And she kept this all the time. But then when I noticed that this is happening, then I had to keep the podium for myself, and I had to speak, or the exhibition opener were speaking. So we adjusted the exhibition opening according to these artists who didn't want to show off so much. But at the beginning, when you meet somebody for the first time, you don't know these. These are coming only after, and when you get to know better and better and better. And then I was working 9 years with one young artist whom I found. Actually, most of my artists I found from the Academy of Fine Arts here during their 4th year, because we had a scholarship program, and every year we were handing out like 10 scholarships for the 4th year, the second last year students of the Hungarian Academy of Fine Arts here in Budapest. So that's why I chose the 4th year, because then you can already see what kind of artists are coming, and you are 1 year before the other galleries are coming to pick up the best ones. Mm-hmm. So I was working 9 years with one artist like this. I found him over there, and he was a 4th year student when I had his first exhibition. We sold only one painting, and that was bought for the collection of the Marks and Spencer, this huge department store. Next exhibition, he was not graduated yet, but was about to graduate. We sold 30% of the paintings. The 3rd exhibition, we sold 90% of the paintings. And now he's one of the best well-known Hungarian young contemporary artists. And but we started also building his career from the scratches. See, he was, of course, as a student, he was unknown. As a graduated student, he was still unknown. And we also prized his works quite modestly to get the works to the collections. Mm-hmm. And this was also a very good start, that Marks and Spencer, that is a world well-known department store, they bought something in their own collection. That was a very good start, and very rare start actually, because for the students and the young artists, mostly their relatives and they friends are the first ones to buy or to trade their works. So, and
that's perfect to mention, portfolio.
Yes. So as I mentioned before, personal touch, very important. And make the portfolio looking like you. You can use colors, you can use layouts, you can use pictures, and Also, the CV, it doesn't have to be, blank white paper with you can make the background over there or something or make it, print it, write it on the picture of your painting, for example. And so use pictures, you colors, you even fonts can be so that they stand out somehow. And as mentioned before, make it short, effective, not a novel. And what else? Yes, and remember your artistic history. For some people, a little exhibition, little collection that your paintings are in might make a big difference, because somebody may know somebody who knows that institution or the little collection or something. So in the bigger CV, put everything, and all also the private collectors, if they allow you to use. But remember to ask from the private collectors if they allow you to mention their name in the CV. But it would be very important to have also the private collectors in your CV. That's one thing that we gallerists, we also check. Also the public collections. So, and when you start pricing the art pieces, if you are just graduated, be modest with the pricing. You don't have the name yet, and you can yearly, when your name grows, you can adjust that to the pricing as well. But I think that the most important thing is to get the paintings at the beginning to the collections. One thing what my artists have been also doing at the beginning of their career, they donate some paintings for the charity, which are auctioned in the big events. So this is also a very good path to get your name known. And remember that every beginning of every career or business, you have to invest. You have to invest money. You have to invest your efforts and the time until you start selling. And then usually the artists have to wait several years, maybe 5-10 years, until they have their name and until the money starts coming from the selling of the paintings. At the beginning, it's quite difficult, but it's not impossible. So always believe in your art, and don't forget, as we mentioned with Blanca, don't forget who you are. Keep your style. That's very, very important. And do not let anyone to change your style. If somebody tells you not paint this style, make another style, don't say at once no. Think, but don't do it if you don't want to. But if the gallerist or the art curator says that I can sell this kind of painting better, you can try. You can still make two different kinds if you need money. If you don't need money, don't do it. But also there is a very famous artist here in Hungary who does terrible artworks, but those sell. But the best artworks of his is in the collections, but the big crowd buys this junk art what he's doing, and he lives with that, and he finances his real art. That is also some artists to do. Yeah. But believe in yourself, believe in your works, and promote them. Use social media. That is one of the most important forum at the moment.
Thank you so much, Ari. Yeah, slowly. Thank you so much for all these valuable tips. I don't think that we have that much time for Q&A, but I think that just for all of you to know, Ari is going to be with us as well next week on the 12th of February. So if you have any questions, we can always elaborate on them next week. And basically, we're going to share with you the recording and as well all the notes and the homework tomorrow.